Hello, I'm your host Garona, and welcome to the PvE Rogue's Guide to the Basic Combat Rogue Rotation in patch 401. We're going to just take a look at the combat rotation, which can be found on the patch 401 Rogue Guide link. Scroll down, there we go. Now this is the rotation that we're going to be looking at today, specifically regarding single target fights such as boss fights or general one-on-one. As you can see, this rotation relies on keeping Slice and Dice up, which is S&D, at all times, and also Rupture. It's important to remember that Slice and Dice should never fall off, even if it means clipping the buff to refresh it. However, it's also important to never clip Rupture ever. Always allow it to complete its duration before reapplying Rupture. And now we're going to take a look in-game and see how this translates on a target dummy. Okay, so this is the rogue we'll be using today. Here's a quick look at the engine. You can see she is actually under the crit cap, but over the poison hit cap. She's expertise capped at 173 rating. Remember, our expertise cap is now 172 to 177 rating, so even though it says 22 skill, she's still capped. She doesn't have any heroic gear, barring a 264 10-man heroic Ice Crown Axe. And it also, her offhand has the wrong enchant on it because it's new and I'm lazy. This is my ability bar. I'm using Bartender 4 for this. You should be able to pick out some nice combat abilities from there. Sinister Strike, Slice and Dice, Eviscerate, Rupture, and then some cooldowns. We want to first, before we start, make a macro and replace our Eviscerate and Rupture with a macro. Okay, to start with the Eviscerate, here's one I made earlier. Oblique cast sequence, space, reset equals 4, space, revealing strike, comma, eviscerate, and colon. This macro will basically cycle between the abilities revealing strike and eviscerate. So once I've hit it once, and it will perform a revealing strike, when I hit it the second time, it will perform eviscerate instead. This is basically so that you don't have to throw in that extra button for a revealing strike anywhere. It does also mean that if you do have 5 combo points instead of 4, you will have to generate an extra combo point, which is a DPS loss. However, in the long run, when you're just starting out, this will make your rotation much easier. You need to also build one for the Rupture rotation, which is here. Exactly the same, but with Rupture on the end instead. So let's drag those onto our action bar. Okay, don't forget to put poisons on your weapons. This rogue, prior to patch 401, did around 5k DPS on the target dummy, 10k on average in an Ice Crown run, and 14k DPS on a tank and spank. So let's see how the patch has affected her DPS. Okay, so first of all, I won't be using any cooldowns for this rotation. I just want to make sure that I know how to get Slice and Dice up, keep it up, and get Rupture up. So remember, use Sinister Strike until 3 combo points. That was 4 because my Sinister Strike propped. 4 combo points, and then use your Eviscerate. First of all, that went well. Refresh your Slice and Dice. Four combo points, and then hit your Eviscerate macro. It did a revealing strike, and again, eviscerate. Now let's try putting rupture up. Okay, rupture's up, and now we need to refresh our slice and dice. And we're going to hit revealing strike, wait for rupture, and then reapply it. Now rupture's still up, so let's put an eviscerate down. Get another one. 4 combo points, revealing strike, rupture. Slice and dice. Revealing strike, wait for rupture to fall off, then rupture. So as you can see, it's just a matter of making sure your slice and dice never falls off. Don't worry if your rupture falls off. And then popping eviscerates anytime you have both slice and dice and rupture active on your target, with plenty of time to spare. It's very important to make sure your slice and dice never drops off. This means you might have to apply a slice and dice before it is finished. That's perfectly fine. The only thing to remember is not to do that to rupture. Allow your rupture to fall off before reapplying it, or you will lose DPS. Okay, just to make this rotation a little bit more complex, remember to pop your cooldowns every single time that they do cool down. So let's pop Adrenaline Rush. Remember, it's no longer beneficial to use Blade Flurry on a single target mob. That is because it no longer increases your speed. It actually reduces your energy regains. Don't forget, we do have Killing Spree. Unfortunately, we sometimes end up at the wrong target dummy when we use that. And just use that one like Adrenaline Rush on single target encounters. Just make sure you pop it on every single cooldown. As you can see, using this rotation, sometimes we do get up to 5 combo points through our combo point procs. This isn't something that can be terribly avoided when using the macros, like just there. It does mean we are wasting a combo point on a revealing strike. However, this is a good place to start if you're new to this rotation, if you're new to combat and you're struggling. You can't go too far wrong with this as a basic setup. Remember, particularly if you still have the tier 2 set bonus, to pop tricks of the trade on every single cooldown. You might want to start by opening up on the tanks first, especially since a lot of tanks have reported aggro issues with the new patch. After that, you can switch your tricks target to a DPS. If you have another rogue in your party, you can both swap tricks, and just keep an eye on your omen, or the threat of your target, and if it gets too high, switch back to the tank. You also want to remember to try to avoid slice and dices that are below 5 combo points. This is because we have a talent that reduces our cooldowns based on the amount of combo point finishers we use. As you can see, I'm a little bit sloppy on my cooldowns. I will blame them having to talk at the same time. Okay, and that's the basic rotation. I know this rogue generally gets between 6 and 6.5k after patch on the target dummy. Right now she's doing about 6k. That's with no food, no buffs, etc. And I hope that helped.